Hey guys, JJ here. Welcome back to another video. We got another trade recap for you guys, as I said. Those of you who saw my Instagram, I did tell you I was going to have a later post tonight. I just got back from a birthday party, and I just got home and showered and ate and stuff. So, uh, we're gonna talk about some of these trades I took today. I only took two, and I'm up 0.62%. That's good, right? Um, in terms of percentage, that's on like one day, that's still pretty good. uh, because I think it's like eventually once I reach the point of having just one like $250,000 funded account, what's 0.62%? That's $1,550 in one day, which is still insane. Um, but nonetheless, like I said, I'm trying to kind of detach myself from the money, but I'm also trying to understand that even these small percentage wins are good. Like yesterday, okay, like I've actually had some really good days. This one I lost 1.12%. This one I gained 1.67%. Gained 3%. Break even. Gained 3.25%. Gained 2.1%. Lost 4.75%. Break even. Gained 3.12%. Gained 0.62%. That's good. I mean, win rate rise. I'm on win rate rise. I'm only at like a 30 something percent win rate, which I mean is still phenomenal for like for me, progress wise, because January I think it was like 16%. Last month it was 12%, and now this month I'm almost at 40%. I got one more trading day for the month, and that's on Monday. And if all goes well, and I take like two trades, right, that's gonna bump it up to like 40%, from like 36% to 40%. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna try to force that. If setups come to me, they come to me. If they don't, they don't. But anyways, let's talk about these trades. So yesterday I tried to take this trade. I took a trade like this up here. Uh, this one, as you can see, it was a bit of an equilibrium play. Um, you know, I think the biggest thing that might have not been the same is as you can see up here, we had the sweep of liquidity and all that, and then we barreled downward. Um, I don't think there really was something like that here. Yeah, this one, if it was like a small equilibrium play, like this was a sweep of liquidity or something, then it would be very different, I think. I do believe price will probably wind up coming back up here, but I mean, it might not. Who knows? Price has been kind of spotty lately. But anyways, um, what happened to? Oh, what happened here? Oopsie. But I'm so confused. What happened? There we go. Okay. Um, yeah. So I took this trade. I mean, it was a pretty good. Like it wasn't a bad one. Like this was not a bad trade. Like yeah, I lost it, but it wasn't bad. What did we see? So price, came up. Wished this came up, continued lower, right? I mean, we did technically, sweep liquidity here, over here, and we swept this liquidity right here, and we came up, made a high, came down, made a higher high, forming equal highs right here, break of structure. So I entered right here, and I saw price come down here, and I was like, oh, we got an inverse on the 1 minute time frame. We got an inverse fair value gap, right? And I was like, okay, well, I think price is at least going to come back up to here. I was wrong. I did risk a full percent on this. In hindsight, I understand that's not the greatest thing to do, obviously. Um, so from here on out, like, what did I learn from this? Here on out, I will start de-risking trades that are against trends like this, Because personally, I wouldn't say, breakup structure targeting previous prominent high unless we broke through this. But, like I'm talking liquidity sweep with flipping bias. But I knew this wasn't going to flip my bias. I just thought we would rebalance, not rebalance equilibrium on this. This wasn't an equilibrium play. This was a fair value gap retracement play. I thought price would retrace into this fair value gap. It would have been better for me to have my stops here, right? Yes, that would have been better. But I was just kind of betting on price kind of dipping like a little deep into this fair value gap. And then, worst case scenario, price enters and starts barreling down, I close in profits. But, that didn't happen. I got stopped out. Um, it happens. It's alright. But I'm still pretty happy with it because for me, this was a good quality setup. I didn't just be like, oh, price is flipping, and then enter late, and then yada, yada, yada. I was hesitant on it, but I wasn't hesitant to the point where I failed to execute on time. Um, I executed as soon as price got down into this 1 minute fair value gap right here, and then into this inverse fair value gap and came up a bit. But execution wise, I think I was very good. Very strong break of structure right here. I just thought it was it, but it wasn't. Anyways, go a little bit later. So this was I entered this about. This was a limit order, I think. No, it wasn't. I entered right here at this candle though, 10:42 a.m. and I was out of it by 10:52. So I was in it for 10 minutes. Now this trade, I got into it. I set up my limit order at 12:05. Got into it at 12:17. So let's talk about it. Something's not right here. Hold on. Oh, I remember what it is. Okay. Uh, so entry. I actually like barely got wicked into here at first. It was kind of funny. I set up my limit order. I really wasn't expecting to be entered because I set it up right here and price was kind of bumping around down here, and then boom, this huge leg up, and I'm like, oh okay, well I think price is still gonna retrace into this fair value gap. In hindsight, still I don't think it was the greatest entry. I think it would have been a much better entry at the top of this fair value gap right here. As you can see, that is not what that's not how I enter though. So I'm just kind of learning small things here, like maybe like different entries, different stop losses, stuff like that. So I got entered here. Price, kind of came down, came back up, filled this fair value gap, started coming back down. Is there a 5 minute up here? There is a 5 minute up here. So filled this 5 minute fair value gap, but also filled this internal 1 minute fair value gap. Came back, filled this 5 minute fair value gap again, and it kind of started coming down. Now let me talk about what happened here. I exited this trade right here whenever price came to this level. This is where I moved my TP. I'm going to talk about why. So this one I went full risk because I recently started establishing my total risk for the day as 2%. Once I lose 2%, I am done for the day. On high impact news days, I think I'm going to make it like 1% to 1.5%. But and only taking high setups, right? So this one, you got to keep in mind, I'm staring at this right about 215, 220. And I was like, this is a lot for price to move in the span of like an hour to be able to close right here at like this original TP. As you can see, we wicked it. Very nice. This would have been a plus $300 trade. This one made it a plus $162 trade, which made me close $62 in profit. Made me 0.62%, but this one would have made me 2% in total for the day, boosting my account to like 600. But you know that didn't happen. Like yeah, I'm a little like I guess you could say I won't say mad at myself. I'm a little. Mm, Actually, I wouldn't really say I feel much about it. Just like that it happened, right? I understand that it happened, and I'm gonna try to make it not happen like this again. Part of backtesting that I actually want to do is I'm really curious to see whenever we have these like Friday closes and stuff, how often does market actually sweep prominent liquidity within like this is literally a last minute move. It was at 3:35, which is funny. 5 minutes before market close is when it decided to sweep it, and I just thought that was funny. Um, I want to see how often this happens, like statistically. So if I try it every Friday over the last like 3 months, that's like 12 of them, and I don't know, maybe 8 of them winded up having it. I mean, that's a pretty good statistic. Like that's a good chance that on these Friday trades and stuff, if price is already barreling in a direction and it hasn't swept like super prominent liquidity still, then you know, just another thing to add to my edge to make me more profitable. Um, yeah, I'm a little bummed out. I missed out on making double the profits, but it happens. I'm not gonna win them all. Uh, just kind of learn from this and back test it and see how it goes. Um, all in all, like I would say, I was very patient. I went to the gym when this happened, all this right here, and I have to say, yeah, I had a little bit of trouble at the gym, kind of closing my phone once I saw this huge leg up, and like it was into here. I did have a little bit of trouble closing my phone, but overall, like I didn't get FOMO, and I didn't have fear of this trade and go ahead and close it, which I'm very proud of myself for. Um, I was just kind of like, if I lose it, I lose it. If I lose it, I lose 2% on the day. That's my amount of risk. That's what I said I was willing to risk, and I have to be okay with that. And I'm very happy it wound up playing out to where I didn't lose 2% today. I gained. This is exactly what I mean too about me being a little bummed out with the not making 2% today. I could have just as easily lost my 2% today, and yeah, I would still be in profit on the account, but it's just like it's just a better feel. Like in hindsight, it's just better that I managed to recuperate my losses and put a little frosting on top of that. So I am very happy with this. I don't really have much else to talk about. I'm trying to decide moving forward with this little trading journal here. Um, well, a couple things. One is I'm trying to decide, do I want to like, kind of keep doing it like this where I have like multiple trades in each thing, or do I want to kind of start like next month, you know, April, and then just kind of trade. I would have a lot more of them. It would be easier to keep track of my win rate and how much I made and all that stuff though. But I don't know. I just think it would be more work. Ideally, what I would want to, what I'm thinking about doing right now is, let me show you guys. So Justin Werlin finally came out with his trade path. You can actually trade on this, but a cool little thing. Hold on, I'm logging in. So here's a cool little thing. Um, the only thing I'm kind of hesitating about is, for it's $29 a month if you paid yearly, and this one is $45 a month, but you only pay it monthly. This one you pay it yearly. So, uh, if I mean, I have the money to, if I were to go ahead and buy a year of it. Hold on. So 29 a month times 12, so 348 a year. That's actually not terrible for like a decent trading journal. 45 if I just did that and I never got the year plan, that'll be 540. So it cost me an extra $200 a year. Um, I think what I might do is buy a month of it. Don't set it on auto subscribe or whatever. Um, do it for a month, see if I like it, and then if I wind up do liking it, then I can spend the another $250 to no sorry $350 to do it. Yeah, I'll be spending an extra 45, but I'd much rather spend $45 and realize that I don't like it and then not do it than spend $350 and then realize I don't like it and then feel obligated to use it for a full year because I just spent $350 freaking dollars on it. So, but I mean, all in all, it's not like a bad. It's not bad. So, limited trade imports, journal section, alert system, image uploads, full journal customization. Can add up to 20 accounts. So it's like if I have multiple funded accounts, I guess. Uh, Start your day. I guess it's like a checklist. Tagging and filtering, a motion tracker, Zen page, pre-trading meditation. That sounds interesting. Personal dashboard, log trades, library page, trader rank. Okay, trader ranking sounds pretty cool. But on I'm telling you, you guys should go to go to TJR's trade path. Or sorry, Justin. I don't know why I said TJR. Justin Werlin trade path.
Why don't you trade Forex? Because Forex fucking sucks. Why would anybody want to trade Forex when they can trade futures? Like, it just makes no sense.
I
Futures
don't know why it's
even more
showing this.
benefits like
I
what? Well,
literally
number one.
searched trade path. I did not search this. Uh, Mute this. Alright, so this is kind of what it looks like. I've seen this before. I like the layout, I must say. Like you can kind of see it in the background. I really like the layout of the win rate, the ranking up there. You can see the calendar of profits and losses, and you can import images. Like trading journal wise, I think this is a pretty cool tool, and it would make my life a lot easier. I mean, I don't really get a lot of interaction on these videos, and I mean, that's okay. I'm doing it kind of to log my own trades and kind of keep my own accountability, I guess, because I feel bad when I don't upload a video because I just didn't really feel like trading. It's almost like an accountability thing for me. But I mean, if you're one of the lucky people watching this, then I don't know, just like the video if you think I should get this, or leave a comment or whatever. But I don't really have much, except maybe we can look at next week. Oh wow, Chicago PMI, NFP, PMI. Oh, honestly, I might take the week off next week. Oh my gosh. I'm either gonna take the week off or just backtest. I mean, I guess for what I might do is I might just kind of go on these right chart for a little bit, and if I see like a decent setup, even on news, if I see a decent setup, just like kind of set up a little long or short position tool, and just see how that goes. Because I'm really curious, like just to see if I would have won these trades based on like news and stuff. But holy, 15 minutes in the market open, hour and a half in the market open. Uh, hour and 15 minutes previous to market open, hour before market open, 15 minutes into market open, hour and a half into market opening. Golly. An hour before market open. And Powell speaking at 10:25 a.m. Hell no. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. It is not looking good. I'll probably just yeah, it's not looking good. So, and it sucks because next week is my spring break for school. So I would have been able to trade New York Open all week. So I was really hoping it wasn't going to be a high impact news week. But no, it's PMI every freaking day. I said freaking. Please don't, ban my content, YouTube. But anyways, that's all I really got today, guys. Good little chat. Enjoy talking to you guys. Like my 3 viewers that watch my videos. But if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you guys have anything, please leave it in the comments. And I will see you guys probably not next week. Maybe the week after. Probably the week after. Anyways, I hope you all have a good one. Later.